Hi, I'm Rob Carrothers, and today we've assembled a group of volunteer leaders to talk with you about Living Lord's worship ministry. We'd like to tell you about how this very important ministry has enriched our congregation's influence on visitors, on our congregation members. To my left is Lori Marquin. Now, Lori is our council representative for worship, but she also organizes our Altar Guild volunteers. To her left is Chet Palumbo, and Chet plays a big part in organizing our ushers and our greeters so that all our services have the people to help direct us as things have changed. And to Chet's left, we've got Matt Ward. Now, Matt does property and he does security. So now I'd like to talk to Lori a bit and talk to her about service on the Altar Guild. There's 10 people that provide all that we need for the service and the communion elements each week. It's a huge service to us all. But Lori, when people talk to you about their service on the Altar Guild, how do they describe it if they were to talk about it at the dining room table with their family around?
Well, many of the ladies that work on it right now have worked on Altar Guild for many years. They seem to have the joy of having the responsibility of having the table set every week, as if it was something that they know. It's like the behind-the-scenes type experience, and it makes them, I think, feel part of each service in a special way. Mm-hmm. Even though there are certain instructions about what has to be out and how many and that sort of thing, it's just as if you were doing it in your own home.
And what situations have you seen where ushers have impacted the lives of people in our congregation or especially visitors?
Well, this past year, especially with COVID and all the changes that we've had to go through from not having a service, going down to 2 services, and then the processes every Sunday as far as how we're going to do communion and with the celebration cups and assisting them. So we have just been doing our best just to stay on top of the changes and helping people know when they go to communion, how they're supposed to return to their seats, how they're going to get the celebration cups open. And it's all these little things just to keep things going. So this has been a challenging year for us because we have to keep communicating with each other so that we can help others.
Well, I've seen you bring some new volunteers on in the last few months, and I've seen the look on their face and the satisfaction that they get from helping other members worship and feel comfortable at worship. So I want to thank you in particular because your people really touch a lot of lives. And if they didn't have a smile on their face, and if they weren't helpful, why, our worship would fall flat.
And we're smiling behind our mask.
Good. Matt, how have you seen the security that you provide and the property assistance that you provide enrich the lives of our members and our volunteers?
Right. And so from a security standpoint, what I love about it is typically you're one of the first people that gets to see people and greet them. We get a chance to talk to people that are new. I've had people come in for the first time and go, okay, how does this work? For where are we supposed to sit? And we help them get connected in with the head usher, and then they take over from there. We help them with, now we have a card you can fill out as a visitor, which is great, to get some information. As we think about growing young and making this church a comfortable, well-receiving type of church, that's what's exciting about people that get to volunteer. They get to be part of that important effort that connects with people.
Well, as you've seen from these dedicated volunteer leaders, putting together the worship that we do here at Living Lord is a community project. And it's one that can be very satisfying. So as things start to expand, as COVID starts to wind down, and we get back to what's normal, think about coming in and joining us as a volunteer. Most of us started at 1 or 2 hours a month, but now it's a big part of our lives. It can be that 1 or 2 hours a month, or it can be in a leadership position. But the fact of the matter is that if you want to help us spread God's love, this is one way to do it. So if you have questions, or if you'd like to volunteer, please call the church office. Talk to Paula or Leslie or any of the staff, and they'll direct you to the appropriate people. So thank you.